Hey guys, Lisa Callie here to share with you a video on how to run a challenge group session from both the student and the teacher perspective. So in this video, I'm going to be popping back and forth between the teacher screen and the student screen so you can see what the teacher sees and the student sees at different intervals of running a challenge group session. All right, so let's get started. Right now, I am on the teacher page, and under class assignments, I have an addition and subtraction challenge already built. And all I need to do is start that group session before my students can log in. But before I do that, I'm going to pop over to the student page and I'm going to get to where students need to be for you to start that challenge. So I can go into my classes here on the left hand side as a student. They're going to navigate to the class where the group session has been assigned, and they'll see their group sessions there. Now, if a student inadvertently starts a group session before the teacher starts the group session, they will get a error message saying the teacher has not started the session. So you don't have to worry about kids getting in there before you start. All right, so I'm going to pop back over to the teacher page and I'm going to start that group session from under the actions column, selecting the first icon, launching the group session. It's giving me a little pop-up warning here. I'm sure you're ready to start. Yes, I am. Clicking on yes. Now this is what a teacher sees. Now I'm just waiting for my students to join. I'll see my student class list here on the right-hand side. As my students join, these gray circles will turn green. And since I did choose for my students to select a nickname, as they select those nicknames and sign on, I can just hover my mouse over their correct name and it will show me their nickname. All right, let me pop over to the student. Let's start. So from the student's perspective here, they are ready to click on that start button. It will automatically launch the group session for them or pop them into the group session page where they need to click on a to select a random nickname here. So they have three choices. They can click on any one of these multiple times. Clicking within any one of these nickname topics here or choices will change, so they can select whatever. Once they've decided, and give them obviously a time limit on this. Once they've decided on their nickname, they click on save. And now popping back over to the to the teacher perspective, you'll see my first student has the green circle and I hover my mouse and see their nickname. All right, so I'm only going to be demonstrating one student here, so I'm not going to see anybody else popping on here. If I want to remove this status from my window, I can either click on the X here. If I want to bring it back up, I click on the status blue button here at the top menu bar here on the right hand side, removing and adding it by clicking on that status button. All right, so from the teacher perspective, I'm going to click on start to start my challenge group session. There'll be a countdown here. Students will see the same countdown. However, they won't see the question until I click on go. Once I click on go, the question and answer choices will appear on my page as the teacher. I can see up here how many students have answered. Okay. I can also click on the status here and notice the timer is running down. If I come over to the student page, you'll see they see the question and answer because I did choose that. I'm going to just select an answer quickly here, click on submit. All right, I didn't get it correct. It'll tell them their rank and how many points they have so far. They didn't score any points because they didn't get the question correct. Let's see what it looks like from the teacher perspective. From the teacher perspective, since the question has been completed, I can click on answer breakdown. And this is going to show me with the star next to the correct answer choice. And then it gives me an item analysis or breakdown by answer choices from the students. So I can see how many students answered which answer choice. So right now, only one student answered B. So this would definitely give me a view into how my students are thinking based upon this answer breakdown. I can click on review question, which will now bring the question up. I could choose to have my um, projector. I could have the projector available to go over the question with my students so that they could see um, how to work through this question. And I can also, going back to click on the leaderboard, and I could see based upon how many levels of leaders, if I did, 5, 4, however many my leaderboard will display. I can display the leaderboard for my students to see who's in first, second, third, or however many choices I decided. And once I've done that, I could click on next question just so you could see. Students do not see any of that. That's something that you would have to display for your students. Then to go on to the next question, I click on next question. I must click on go first in order for the students to see that question, and then continue on. Students can select, and then if they change their mind before time is up, they click on reset. It will remove that answer choice. Or they could just select different answers. Once they're finished, they click on submit. Okay, and they'll see points. And again, you will see the answer breakdown. As a teacher, you also have the ability to turn on some tools here on your page. So if you wanted to utilize any of these tools when demonstrating how to answer these questions, you can. You'll see these tools are for increasing and decreasing the font size, the text to speech, starting and stopping text to speech. You have a ruler and a protractor. Once you end your session, it will be completed and ended for your students. Clicking OK, it's going to bring you back to your class page and assignments. And from here, you're able to click on, under the actions column, the group session assignment results, and that will give you the results um, for that group session for your students. You also have an item analysis from here as well, so you can go back and look at that item analysis from this perspective to see which question your students answered correctly or incorrectly the most. Okay. And from the student perspective, once the teacher has ended the session, they'll have an end session pop-up box. They click OK, and now they're back onto their class page that they were on before they started their group session. They can log out from here. All right, guys, I hope this helped. This has been a video on how to run a challenge group session, Study Island, from both the student and teacher perspective. I hope this helps. Have a great day.